Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. It's not another royal reading though, it's the same royal reading as I did yesterday, and that was struck off YouTube for nudity and pornography. I did appeal. It was the devil, of course, that was at the root of the problem, as the devil very often is in tarot decks, very often nudity and pornography in the devil card. But I lost the appeal. It was struck down. I have a strike against me, another strike, and that's me. I'm done on YouTube. So I'm possibly living on borrowed time here. I'll carry on for as long as I possibly can. I'm repeating the reading today using a different tarot deck. I have gone through all my cards. I have weaned my library of tarot decks of anything that possibly has nudity in it, just to be on the absolutely safe side. So I'm resorting to the Tarot of Curious Creatures to redo this reading. It's exactly the same reading, exactly the same cards that I pulled yesterday. It is a reading on Doria and her relationship with Prince Harry. Before I even go into the reading, the repeat reading, exactly the same cards, let me just remind you that this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, or just speculation, or just my opinion. And I use the royal family to read on because it's archetypal, and we can all learn something from it. I personally believe that. Apply the lessons to our own lives, and that is why I do these readings. And there is a written disclaimer in the box below. Things on YouTube have got tricky. I know I'm not the only YouTube creator who is experiencing problems. There is funny energy around. Doing the best I can with that funny energy, and what more can I say? Thank you for your support. I can say that. And I did try to upload the reading on Rumble. I do have a channel on Rumble, a mirror channel of my YouTube channel. It's a little bit behind. Then I thought, let me just redo the reading on YouTube and see what happens. So that's what happened there. If you were expecting it to pop up on Rumble, here it is. Different cards. Let's see what happens. And let's hope and pray also that this reading goes through, because there is a battle on between light and darkness right now, and more on that I will not say right now. But so, underlying energy of this reading, the Harry-Doria relationship, I'll explain the cards as I go along, is the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups is the woe of me card. It's the, I'm so sorry for myself, focused on the things that have gone badly wrong, the source of regret, of grief, of loss and heartache, and not really, this is the glass half empty card, really, the Five of Cups, but the card is in reverse. And so it's telling me that the relationship between Harry and Doria, there is an offer here, a suggestion that possibly it is some form of escape from the misery, offering a form of escape from the misery. And there are rumors that perhaps Doria and Meghan have encouraged Harry to seek more natural ways of dealing with his mental health problems, shall we just say, than prescription routes. And more on that I'm not going to say. I'm going to censor myself a little bit on this channel for a while, just to be on the safe side. But there it is. It's telling me, here is the way out of your misery, and I'm offering it to you. And so the center of this reading, the heart of the situation, the descriptor for their relationship. And this is where the problem was in the previous reading. And who popped out? Our old friend, Scratch. Scratch came out, but without any clothes on. And in the reverse, the devil. The devil in the reverse. My opinion of this card is that this tells me that this is a super toxic relationship. That is my opinion as a tarot reader. And there is a lot of problems here. Problems with addiction, problems with lies, problems with influences, with obsession, with codependence, all kinds of problems with that card. With the devil card, you can go and look up the meaning of the devil card, and you can see that I am not making it up. That is what the devil card means. In the reverse, it can mean trying to get out of a toxic situation, trying to overcome addiction and all the rest of it. But I would say exactly the opposite. This is extreme forms of addiction, of toxicity, of codependence, of anger, of deception, all of those things. Difficult energy with that card, and boy, did it cause me some trouble yesterday. And interestingly, as I was going through my tarot decks and weaning out the ones with nudity, so many, including the Rider-Waite, the Radiant Wise Spirit deck, the After Tarot, all the ones that I normally use, just normal tarot decks, nothing fancy, just the bog standard ones, all gone from my repertoire now. As I was doing it, what card kept flipping out? The Devil. So we are being tested here right now. So, or I am. Harry's view of Doria. How does he feel? How does he see Doria? And the card that came out yesterday, and we've got it again, is the Six of Swords. His ticket to new horizons. And there she was, as I say, on the flight to freedom. Not that flight to freedom, not the flight to Canada, the flight away from Canada. The overseas card, the traveling away from a difficult situation, the leaving your sorrows behind. Doria is instrumental, as far as Harry is concerned, in getting him away from the miserable situation he was in with the royal family, taking him away, taking him overseas, and packing there. The suitcase is packed, and off they're going. And so that's very interesting. That was very interesting for me. And one of the reasons why I'm persisting with this reading and trying to upload it again and hoping that it doesn't mean the end of me on YouTube is that I think it's important that we understand this role, that we see what the cards want to tell us. My interpretation of the cards. How does Doria view Harry? And we got the Four of Wands in reverse. And the Four of Wands in reverse is the royal family in reverse. The Four of Wands is the firm, is celebration, is happy home. It is a Harry card. Look at it now. We often see him in those kinds of outfits, and there he is, but he's in reverse. Several meanings, of course, the royal family in reverse, the archetypal family in reverse, broken home, difficult childhood, hurt that came from the home, from the family, needing to leave it. That's how Doria sees him, in my opinion, according to these cards. It can also mean, just a secondary meaning, it can also mean a breakup of a relationship, a marriage, just by the way. So she might be seeing signs of that she's not necessarily articulating. Primary meaning, though, is unhappy in his birth family and wanting to leave it. So there is that. Her role, her ostensible role in Harry's life, or Harry and Meghan's life, what is she there for? What is she there to do? And this was an interesting card. This was the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, but it is also the overindulgence card. The wishes that can be fulfilled are overconsumption. So the Nine of Cups is very often a heavy drinking or a heavy intoxication card, drug use, alcohol, and we know that Harry has admitted to it. I don't have to say allegedly. Harry has a problem with drink and drugs, or did in the past, and it might be that at some level Doria facilitates that, encourages it or makes it available. Particularly in California, it might have been one of the reasons why he was interested in leaving the poisonous royal family and going to California, where Mommy grew up, because that is where all these things are freely available. And we know that Doria has a lot of experience with these kinds of substances, according to Samantha Markle and various other sources. So that is interesting. And a bit of a goofed expression on that little creature's face there, looking at those cups. So we get a narrative here, and it's a consistent narrative. There was a lot of consistency in this reading. Again, a reason why I'm persevering with it. What is her real purpose there? Her influence. What is she really doing there? And the card that came out is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And this was a very interesting card for me. Very, very interesting card. Its primary meaning, the Five of Pentacles, is exile, loss, ruin. In the sense that Harry and Meghan have left the royal family. It's a super exile card, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. That's a very Meghan energy. We've got to leave hers because they hate us and they're all against us, and there is no comfort for us here with those. Normally it's a stained glass window. I don't know how long it will be before I can show you my normal Rider-Waite tarot deck again. But I might have to go and draw clothes onto people. I, in fact, think I will go and get a Sharpie or something and do that. Even the World card, to my horror and dismay, and the Star, nudity. We'll have to draw bikinis on them. Anyway, let's get back to the serious business of today. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. The exile card, the leaving the royal family, leaving the unhappy home. She was influential in this. She wasn't just a bystander in this decision to go. Very interesting to me, because I've always seen her as a mysterious person, somebody it's hard to read. I have done readings on her in the past, and she really hides her energy very successfully. She is a Virgo, and so that's not surprising, the Hermit. But there is another meaning here, and the one that I find quite sinister and chilling, and another of the reasons that I'm persevering with this particular reading, and that is the Five of Pentacles, is financial loss and illness. Two things. Financial loss. There is an element of fleecing in that card. Don't want to say more than that because I'm being watched at the moment. So there's that. And illness. Illness, and the illness could be exacerbated, and the illness that I mentioned here in the Five of Cups in reverse. The illness that is present in the Devil card in reverse as well. The illness could be made worse. I'm not saying deliberately, not at all. Very clear about that. I'm not saying for 1 second that it is intentional, but it could be a consequence of the association. We're talking about influences, and can be unwitting result of this association that the illness is worsened. So how will their relationship actually shift? Where did it start? And it started with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it started with our prince, whose life had stopped. His path, his purpose, he'd run out of passion for what he was up to. He had lost he had lost his purpose. He was on that slow journey, steady progress, a path that the royals had carved out for him, the Invictus Games, the fun, happy prince, the most popular person in the royal family, all of that. That was the path that they had charted for him, but he didn't want to be on that path. And we've got that consistently here with the Four of Wands in reverse, with the unhappiness of the Five of Cups, with the Six of Swords, wanting to leave, wanting to go away. And along came Meghan's mum and saw it and said, well, I can help you. That is what the cards are telling me, in my opinion. And so we've got our Knight of Pentacles in reverse. How's it going to end up? The consequence, the outcome of this relationship. The son-in-law and the mother-in-law. How is it going to end up? Interesting card that popped out here. The Six of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands upright is a victory card. Rider-Waite. There is somebody on a horse in a victory parade with laurel wreath and the works and an adoring crowd. In the reverse, failure and defeat. It's going to end in failure and defeat. They might be on a high right now, but they're not going to continue that way. And it is going to end badly for them. It is going to end badly for them. And I would say particularly for the one who fell off the horse and landed on his head there at the beginning of this journey, and is not going to be able to get back on that horse and have his victory parade and process with the rest of the royals. And look at me, and I'm in my uniform and I'm laying wreaths and I'm the hero of the hour and I'm the most popular royal. This is a bitter ending, a bitter defeat, unforeseen, not expected, but it's coming. And that is the reading that I tried to upload yesterday. Well, I did upload yesterday, and hopefully it will actually make it through the gatekeepers. And it's a bit like Frodo and Sauron at the moment, but there it is. I might have strength for another reading. I'll see what happens with this one. And if it makes it through and I don't get a rude message from YouTube, I might bounce back a bit later in the evening, but we'll see. Thank you as ever for watching and for supporting me, and I do appreciate it. I will see you hopefully all again soon.